Okay. Now, Theo's going to talk about getting started and whatnot. And Sophia.
This is meant for people who are new to RCOS, so they may not know kind of the ground rules of the project or what to do. So if you know what to do, great. Try and help out those who don't. But yeah, so we'll talk about projects.
Awesome. So to start, we decided to go more in detail on what actually is a project, since the concept's confusing. We understand we've seen lots of examples of proposals that didn't quite seem to grasp what quite the project is. So a project is an open source software, in our context, that solves a problem of some form.
That's kind of important because a lot of people may not want to publish all of their source code online, or may not want to do that while they're developing. But the idea of open source software is that it's always available to everyone. And so additionally, it can be any sort of program you can code. So it can be a framework, website, an app, static binary in a computer. As long as there's code and you maintain it publicly.
And that can also include a hardware project, for example, anything with Arduinos or other open source hardware, and working with that as well. We're very open to hardware projects, and they're a great thing to have here. Ideally, a project has 3 to 5 members. We do make exceptions if you come to mentors and discuss and really are good about assigning roles to specific members and figuring out how your workload will work based on a larger than 5-member team. But we do really believe that a 3 to 5-member team is ideal and works the best for this program.
Yeah, that's kind of learned through trial and error. Any more members leads to people slacking off and not doing work, and any less leads to people not collaborating in the way that we really want you to in our code. So the idea is that you have one main project, but of course you can help other people. So if you're really interested in learning a language or in doing some functionality in your project, definitely reach out to that team and work with them.
RCOS is a community before it is anything else. We're the Rensselaer community of open source. What really matters is talking, working with other people, and discussing, taking advantage of the big open world we are.
All right, so how do you actually find a project? So today, you're going to see a bunch of projects, and the point is today is to be able to look at everyone's projects and pick a few that you really are interested in. So the idea is that you can have a set of 3 to 5 that you feel like contribute to and learn something from. And you want to make sure you have 3 to 5 options, because some may go quicker than others, or you may not have the necessary skills that team's looking for.
So we have an example slide prepared for you here, so we can go over what specifically to look for and to find out when you're looking through when you're looking at the slides to present. This is an example for a project Smell.io, a scratch and sniff API for mobile and web development. So when you see a slide like this, the first thing to look at is the team members and the contacts, because that's how you're going to contact these people. Then look at the frameworks and languages, see if any of those things are familiar to you. You might see languages you already know. If you take CS1, you'll be familiar with things like, or with Python. If you've taken data structures here, you'll also know C++. And then the wide world of other languages outside of those, of course.
All right, so today, let's say you leave RCOS saying, wow, everyone's project's late, and I'm tired of it. That's fine. But make sure that you can think of something that's bigger and better. Something that you would want to join. So it could be a larger open source project like OpenGL or OpenCV.
Or something as simple as Firefox or Thunderbird.
Right. Or it could be something that you see an observatory that wasn't presented today. And so that sometimes happens where there's kind of a legacy project that people ended up dropping or not carrying on, and you can pick that one up. Also, post new ideas to the team. And if you do that, however, we recommend that you have at least 1 year of experience in RCOS or 1 semester. But make sure you have very solid proposals, so you want to have clear objectives at what you're actually trying to do. Because we've seen a lot of teams in the past get overwhelmed with all the things they want to do, and that ends up in less work getting done.
But if you do have a really good idea and you do want to pursue it through RCOS, we're not trying to scare you away. Feel free to propose an idea if you really do think you want to pursue it in the group, and we'll happily give you feedback and help you realize your goals.
Okay, so what to do? That's always important. On Tuesday, you have to have a project, as well as all of your forms filled out. In the past, we've been a little looser on these requirements. However, we really want to make our course a bit more structured this semester. So we want to have everyone assign to projects by Tuesday, as well as all the forms in. So that means both the credit application forms as well as your. So get those signatures and those things filled out by then.
Other than that, the only other main requirement of you guys right now is to make sure you're on the email list. It's a very important and integral part of RCOS and how we discuss and talk. We also have a Slack, which is a really great way to get immediate feedback and quicker responses on things. It's a chat room of sorts, but the email list is the core component of how RCOS communicates. And if you're not on it, there's a great guide on the Facebook page, or you can contact one of us and we'll happily get you in. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask them now, and if not, you can contact either Sophia or I through our emails here, and we have our faces, so you can come up to us at any point now too, and come talk to us. Anybody have any questions at all about what's going on?
Is the email list just the one for Google Group?
Yep, that's the email list.
Yeah, you can join
Subscribe to not running emails? Is that...
Yep, if you're getting emails that have RCOS and brackets at the front of them, then you're good. Yep.
Is this slide available online?
Yeah, this will be these slides will be emailed out on the email list as soon as we're back and sitting down. Yep.
If you're already taking 20 credits, can you still do RCOS?
We are actually, Eric, what's the plan for that?
Yeah, you can do it for a stipend. I wouldn't be recommended, but you can also do it for the experience and exhibit as much as you can. If you're doing it for the experience, you're not filling out any forms, and there are going to be strict requirements on what you accomplish.
And actually, that's a really good idea. Just do it for the experience, because it gives you something that you can put on your GitHub. And I know a lot of companies, when you're applying, look at your GitHub as one of the first places to review you. So it's like a resume booster online.
There's no reason to not do RCOS just to learn or take the experience as well, but the more credits you get from it are really cool too. So whatever works best for you, we're totally open. If you guys have any questions at all, anything you're afraid to ask in this general open venue, I'm intimidated talking in front of you guys. I can't imagine asking a question. Feel free to email us or contact us at any point.
But the main important thing, though, is that you do have those projects picked out by Tuesday, or today specifically. So make sure you're really thinking about what you want to do for the rest of the semester.
There's going to be a little bit of time after the pitch day slides where you'll have an opportunity to go talk to the people who presented and see if you want, or if you work well with them and just want to discuss with them their project and if you want to work with them. But if you don't want to do that here, that's fine. All of their email addresses will be in the pitch slides as well, which will be sent out.
So remember, Tuesday is the deadline.
You need a project like this.